Sometimes you just feel tired, you feel weak. But when you feel weak, you feel like you want to just give up. But you gotta search within you. Try to find that inner strength and just pull that shit out of you. And get that motivation to not give up and not be a quitter. No matter how bad you want to just fall flat on your face and collapse. Till I collapse, I'm spilling these raps. Long as you feel them to the day that I drop. You'll never say that I'm not killing them. Cause when I am not, then I'ma stop pinning them. And I am not hip-hop, and I'm just not Eminem. Subliminal thoughts when I'ma stop sending them. Women are caught in web, spinning them. Hawk venom, adrenaline shots. A penicillin could not get the illness to stop. Amoxicillin's just not real enough. The criminal cop killing hip-hop, filling a minimal swap to cop millions of pop listeners. You're coming with me, feel it or not. You're gonna fear it like I shows you the spirit of God lives in us. You hear it a lot, lyrics to shock. Is it a miracle or am I just product of pop? Listen up, this is my whistle, this is the plot. Listen up, you bitches for cops, this will just not give a fuck.
The roof comes off till the lights go out.
So I collect. That's why you see me walk around like nothing's bothering me. Even though half you people got a fucking problem with me. You hate it, but you know respect you got to give me. The press is wet dream like Bob and Whitney. Nate hit me.
Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out, can't shut my mouth, till the smoke clears out. Am I high? Perhaps I'ma rip this shit till my bone collapse. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out, can't shut my mouth, till the smoke clears out.
As soon as the verse starts, I eat it at MC's heart. What is he thinking? I'm not to go against me, it's smart and it's absurd. How people hang on every word. I'll probably never get the props I feel I ever deserve. But I'll never be served, my spot is forever reserved. If I ever leave Earth, that would be the death of me first. Cause in my heart of hearts, I know nothing could ever be worse. That's why I'm clever when I put together every verse. My thoughts are sporadic, I act like I'm an addict. I rap like I'm addicted to smack, like I'm Kim Evans. But I don't wanna go forth and back in constant battles. I would rather sit back than burn to rappers. So this is like a full-blown attack. I'm launching out on the track. It's on some battle and raps and want some static. Cause I don't really think that the fact that I'm slim matters. The black and platinum status is back. I'm not the baddest.
Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out.
Till I collapse.
Yo, what's up, gamers? It's a Concealed Gamer bringing you guys my current and updated solo PvP build. Now, this is kind of similar to the God build that I created previous to this video, but this is the current updated one. So, a lot of people have been asking me what I've been running with lately, so let's get into it. So, I am running still the high-end slash exotic build. If we take a look at my weapons, I'm running the lightweight M4 with competent, adept, and responsive. For the attachments, I have critical hit damage as the major attribute, crit chance, and headshot damage. These are the perfect roles for a scope that you want to look for. For the magazine, I have magazine size, crit chance, and rate of fire. I would prefer this magazine over any other one, or you could get a crit damage over crit chance depending if you have a lot of crit chance to use. And for the grip, I have critical hit damage stability with reload speed. And for the muzzle, I have crit damage, crit chance, and headshot damage. Now moving on to the Urban MDR. I have brutal, deadly, and distracted. I am testing out deadly. It really does hit harder with deadly, but I think I would prefer adept on it rather than deadly, but I'm currently just testing it out. And on my Urban MDR, I have the same major attribute attachments basically as I do on my lightweight M4. Now for the chest piece, I am running a rapid with electronics, health, skill haste, and increased kill XP. I'd rather have ammo capacity right there. And for the prototype mods, I have firearms with skill haste. I got pretty lucky with these mods. They got pretty high rolls. So yeah, rapid chest piece, you get your heals cooled down by 15%, so you get them heals a lot faster. For the mask, I am running a refreshed with firearms, skill power, and disorient resistance. Again, I'm running the firearms mod with 3% skill haste. You could run a tenacious mask if you want that extra damage, but I prefer getting those really strong heals when I'm not getting burst damaged. And I could pop a heal in that last segment so I could get that very powerful heal. But if you feel like you aren't hitting hard enough, you could throw on Tenacious Mask. Now for the short bow knee pads, I'm running firearms, health. I got pretty lucky with these. These are pretty much God roll. Again, with the firearms mod with 3% skill haste. And for the performance mod, you want first aid self heal. I've seen a lot of people running first aid ally heal and they run solo. So make sure you pay attention to it when you read it and make sure it says self heal on the bottom. Just an FYI. And for the backpack, I'm running specialized with firearms, health, and ammo capacity. Same prototype firearms mod with skill haste on it and the same performance mods. And for the Skull MC gloves, I got lucky again with getting a pretty decent pair with electronics, assault rifle damage, crit chance, and 9% skill haste. I also have another decent pair right here that I could switch between if I feel like I need more firearms or something of that sort. So this would definitely be the key part of making this build, is having a really nice set of Skull MC gloves, which I know are pretty difficult for people to find nowadays. And for the holster, I am running Nimble with the first aid self-heal and skill haste as the major attribute. You could run reload speed or health for the major attribute, but I think skill haste with this build is very important because I depend on getting heals very quickly because I'm by myself. I don't have someone healing me, so being able to supply your own heals and dealing that damage is really going to help you in the end. So I prefer skill haste, as much skill haste with this build as possible, because as you can see I have skill haste on my gloves, my holster, and my chest piece as well. Now as we look at the character screen. See, I have 38% skill haste. It's my max health, my toughness, my armor, health regen. And as we look on my abilities, you want to run an overheal because with the rapid chest piece, you cannot get an overheal with the booster shot. So I prefer running the booster shot if you run a vigorous chest piece. But since I'm not running a vigorous chest piece and I'm running rapid, I prefer using the overdose so you can get that overheal. And as you can see, it comes back in 24.8 seconds, which is pretty decent. And my booster comes back in 22 seconds. And I switch between either a concealed or a immunizer. It depends on what you want to run. If you have competent adept, I would prefer the concealed pulse, so you could proc those talents. If you're getting a lot of damage from a lot of people, I would prefer the immunizer. And of course the recovery link, because I run solo a lot. And for the talents, you want to run on the move, precision, strike back, and critical save. I think these are the go-to 4 talents if you're running solo. On the move is very important. Being able to take down someone and get that extra armor mitigation or damage reduction, that's definitely going to help you when fighting multiple people. Precision, landing those headshots is going to pulse them so you can crit more on them. Strike back is probably the most important in my opinion, getting quicker cooldowns when you go into your last segment. And then critical save, being able to get that damage resistance again for popping a medkit at the last segment. But this is pretty much my updated and current build. Also, I run the double barrel sawed-off shotgun. A lot of you have been asking me why I pull this gun out and smack people when I take them down, and it is because of predatory, determined, and sustained. I get these 3 talents to proc when I take someone down with it, and you have to have the double barrel shotgun out at the same time in order to have these talents to proc. As you can see, it is a 182 gear score, so I can be able to have predatory unlocked and determined. The 3rd spot is a free talent, so it's unlocked already. But I think this is a very, very useful tactic to use when you're running solo or just in a group and whenever you want to get those heals and cooldown reductions. But other than that, this is my current and updated solo high-end build. I think this is probably the meta. This is probably the best build you can run right now. Mine is pretty much min-maxed. I have basically everything as high as it can be, or just about. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys leave a like, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I will catch you guys on the next one.